Okay. Om Jnanatimirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshormilitanjena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Dasa Vrindavanam Bande Krishna Dasa Prabhum Tata Chanavatar Chaitanya Lila Vistar Karino Do Nityananda Parabja Adunadena Bushito Vyakta Chano Burachincho Bhavande Vyasarupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindascha Ganai Saha Jayanti Patakascha Sarvesham Gurunartino. So we are continuing with our hearing of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and today is Ratha Yatra Day. Very happy day for us for many reasons. It is the day Srila Sridhar Maharaj chose to officially begin his mission of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. It is also the day that Srila Sridhar Maharaj chose to give first initiation to our Gurudev. It was Ratha Yatra Day in the evening time, Gurudev mentioned. He said because Saraswati Thakur gave initiation to Srila Sridhar Maharaj in the evening, and so Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he wanted to give initiation to Gurudev in the evening. That's one detail that we heard. So that was 1947. Gurudev joined Nisringa Chaturdasi Day, which is usually like middle or end of May. And then, around 2 months later, gave him Gurudev first initiation, which was something special. Normally, Srila Sridhar Maharaj would wait 6 months or something like that. But within 2 months, so that was in Puridam. And then Srila Sridhar Maharaj gave Gurudev second initiation about a month later, again, which was unusual, on the disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami. Also very significant. And of course today is also celebrating this wonderful chariot festival representing Krishna being carried back to his homeland, Sri Vrindavan Dham. And this festival is really significant for us because it was so dear to Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu would very joyfully participate in this festival. It was also like a pivotal time of the year. It was an essential. It was like the central event of the year for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, because they, in the time of Mahaprabhu, because many of the Bengali Vaishnavas, they would travel to see Mahaprabhu at that time to participate in the Ratha Yatra festival and have the association of Mahaprabhu, of course, primarily. So it was like a very it was like maybe like nowadays we would say Gaur Purnima is like kind of like the highlight of our year. It's the central festival of the year, So because Mahaprabhu was staying in Puri at that time, then Ratha Yatra had that kind of position. And so I was thinking that we could I don't think we can get through the full chapter in one session, but we can read an excerpt from here, from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And this is Madhya Lila chapter 13 of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So let's see, I think we can start around here. Jai Srila Gurudev. And also, for those who are wondering, we did hear the news earlier that Lord Jagannath has mercifully come out of his temple. There was a lot of debate amongst Indian officials as to what would be appropriate in the midst of all this pandemic matter going on. And finally, at the last minute, it was decided that Lord Jagannath would come out, but there would be a great restriction on how many, I think on anybody. I don't think anyone is allowed to be present other than the pandas. And of course, there's some news reporters. Everything's being streamed online. So he is out. He's giving his darshan to the world, so mercifully. It is all his lila, actually. We can see it in a material way. The Ratha Yatra is not taking place this year. Or will he come? Will he not come? It's all to do with this virus, this pandemic. Actually, it is his lila. He's playing with his devotees. Gurudev mentioned that about in relation to the stricture that they have, that Westerners and lower castes, they cannot enter the temple. And we can blame the pandas for that. But Gurudev said, actually, it is the Lord's lila. He's playing with his devotees. Some pastime of separation is there. We have to see everything with spiritual vision. The Lord is in control. It's not that any particular government official is in control. It's not that some particular virus is controlling everything. But the Lord, He is supreme. He is in control. And His lila can be traced behind everything. So we can also see this situation in that kind of light. Okay, so without further ado, we will hear something from here. Jai Shri Gurudev. Prabhu nitya dekhi loke hoilo chamatkar, anyachu Jagannathdev ananda apar. Everyone was astonished by the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and even Lord Jagannath became extremely happy to see him. Ratha stir koilo age nakore gaman, animisha netre kore nitya darashan. The car came to a complete standstill and remained immobile while Lord Jagannath, with unblinking eyes, watched the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Subhadra Balarame Hridoye Ulas, Nitya Deki Dui Jana Shimuke Tehas. The goddess of fortune, Subhadra, and Lord Balaram both felt great happiness and ecstasy within their hearts. Indeed, they were seen smiling at the dancing. Udanda Nitya Prabhu Adbhut Vikar, Ashta Sadvika Bhavudoy Hoy Samakal. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations indicative of divine ecstasy were seen in his body. All these symptoms were visible simultaneously. Vamsarana Samroma Vrindapulakita Shimulir Rikajena Kantagvishtita. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled the shumilu, silk cotton tree, all covered with thorns. Ekka ek dante kampa dekite lage bhoy, loke jane danta sab kasya padoy. Indeed, the people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter, and even thought that his teeth would fall out. Sarvange prasvejute tateraktodgam, Jajagaga, Gadgada Vachan. Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration, and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds Jaja Gaga, and a voice choked with ecstasy. Jalyancha dada jaiche vohe ashu jal, ashapashe lokjata bijil sakal. Tears came forcefully from the eyes of the Lord, as if from a syringe, and all the people surrounding him became wet. Deokanti gorvarna dekiye adun, kabukanti deki jeno, malika pushpasam. Everyone saw the complexion of his body change from white to pink, so that his luster resembled that of the malika flower. Kabu stamba kabu prabhu bhumite lotai, shushka kashta sampada hastana chalai. Sometimes he appeared stunned, and sometimes he rolled on the ground. Indeed, sometimes his legs and hands became as hard as dry wood, and he did not move. Kabu bume pore kabu shasha hoyahin, jahadeki bhaktagane prana hoikin. When the Lord fell to the ground, sometimes his breathing almost stopped. When the devotees saw this, their lives also became very feeble. Kabunetre nasai jol muke pode fena, amrite dada chanja bimbe vahe jeno. Water flowed from his eyes and sometimes through his nostrils, and foam fell from his mouth. These flowings appeared to be torrents of nectar descending from the moon. Se fenoloya shubhananda koilopan, Krishna prem nasikate ho mahabhagyavan. The foam that fell from the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taken and drunk by Shubhananda because he was very fortunate and expert in relishing the mellow of ecstatic love of Krishna. Emata tandav nitya koilokotokan bhava visheshe prabhur praveshi loman. After Mahaprabhu had performed his devastating dance for some time, his mind entered into a mood of ecstatic love. Tandav nitya chadi sarupere agya dilo, hridoy janiya sarup gaite lagilo. After abandoning the dancing, the Lord asked Swarup Damodar to sing. Understanding his mind, Swarup Damodar began to sing as follows. Seto padananata painu, jahalagi madan dahane jodi genu. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burned by Cupid and was withering away. E duya uchai swade gai damodar, anande madhura nitya kode nishwar. When this refrain was loudly sung by Swarup Damodar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again rhythmically began dancing in transcendental bliss. Dire dire Jagannath koden gaman, nage nitya kori cholen shachir nandan. The car of Lord Jagannath began to move slowly, while the son of Mother Shachi went ahead and danced in front. Jagannath nitra diya sobe nache gai, Kirtaniya saha prabhu pache pache jai. While dancing and singing, all the devotees in front of Lord Jagannath kept their eyes on him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to the end of the procession with the Sankirtan performers. Jagannath magna prabhu noyan hridoy, Shri hasta juge kore gite abhinoy. His eyes and mind fully absorbed in Lord Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to play the drama of the song with his two arms. Gaur jadi pache chole shama hoye stire, Gaur age chole sham, chole dire dire. When Mahaprabhu was dramatically enacting the song, he would sometimes fall behind in the procession. At such times, Lord Jagannath would come to a standstill. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again went forward, Lord Jagannath's car would slowly start again. Hemata goa shame dohe tela teli, sodate shame rake gor mahaboli. Thus there was a sort of competition between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath in seeing who would lead. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so strong that he made Lord Jagannath wait in his car. Nachite nachite prabhu hoila bhavantar, hasta tuli shlok pode kori uchchaishwar. While Mahaprabhu was dancing, his ecstasy changed. Raising his two arms, he began to recite the following verse in a loud voice. Ja komara hara saeva hivaras taeva chaichakshapas te chanmili tamalati surabaya proda kadambanila Sa chaivasmi tatapi tacha sudata vyapada lila vido Reva rodasi vetasi tarutale cheta samutkantate. That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva, under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire. Ye shlok Mahaprabhu pade bar bar, sadhu bina artha keho na jane ihar. This verse was recited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again. But for Swarup Damodar, no one could understand its meaning. So we were discussing this last night in our Zoom meeting. This verse, it is from an ordinary novel, from a mundane novel. And so it was puzzling for the devotees to hear Mahaprabhu chant this. They didn't understand what was being indicated, what was in Mahaprabhu's consciousness, what was his intention in chanting this verse. But as it mentions here, Swarup Damodar, the other half, the other self of Mahaprabhu, the second manifest, who's described sometimes as the second manifestation of Mahaprabhu, he can understand. And one other person, that is Rupa Goswami. Kaviraj Goswami says here, I have already explained this verse. Now I shall simply describe it in brief. And of course, there's a section at the beginning of the Madhya Lila where Kaviraj Goswami elaborates upon this. And there's a parallel verse that Rupa Goswami writes, which is drawing out the inner meaning. And there's going to be some overview here. But essentially, it is expressing the mood of Radharani, meeting Krishna at Kurukshetra. That, this is not, I have been longing to have your association, to have your company again, but now we are meeting and everything is different. I'm the same Radha, you are the same Krishna, but the environment is not conducive, the environment is not favorable. And so rather than getting some relief, my separation has increased. So this is, Mahaprabhu is there and participating in the Ratha Yatra in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Krishna is in his Dwaraka aspect. And so Radharani is longing for that Vrindavan Krishna who is so dear to her heart. Purve jaiche Kurukshetre sab gopi gan Krishna darshan paya ananditaman. Formerly, all the gopis of Vrindavan were very pleased when they met with Krishna in the holy place of Kurukshetra. Jagannathdev ki prabhu se bhavotilo se bhava vishta hoya duya gaho jailo. Similarly, after seeing Lord Jagannath, Mahaprabhu awoke with the ecstasy of the gopis. Being absorbed in this ecstasy, he asked Swarup Damodar to sing the refrain. Avasheshe Radha Krishna kore nivedan, se tumi se ami se nava sangam. Mahaprabhu spoke thus to Lord Jagannath, you are the same Krishna, and I am the same Radharani. We are meeting again in the same way that we met in the beginning of our lives. Tatapi amarman hare Vrindavan, Vrindavane uday kora apancharan. Although we are both the same, my mind is still attracted to Vrindavan Dham. I wish that you will please again appear with your lotus feet in Vrindavan. Iha lokaranyahati godaratta dhvani taha pushparanya bringa pikanada shuni. In Kurukshetra there were crowds of people, elephants and horses, and also the rattling of chariots. But in Vrindavan there were flower gardens, and the humming of the bees and chirping of the birds can be heard. Iha raja veshange sab kshetriya gan, taha gopa veshange murali vadan. Here at Kurukshetra you are dressed like a royal prince, accompanied by great warriors. But in Vrindavan you appear just like an ordinary cowherd boy, accompanied only by your beautiful flute. Raje tomar sange je sukha swadhan, se sukh samudra iha nahi ekakan. Here there is not even a drop of the ocean of transcendental happiness that I enjoyed with you in Vrindavan. Amaloya punalila koroho Vrindavane, tobe amar manovancha hoito porane. I therefore request you to come to Vrindavan and enjoy pastimes with me. If you do so, my ambition will be fulfilled. Bhagavate ache jaiche radhika vachan, purve taha suchamaje kodiachi varnan. I have already described in brief Srimati Radharani's statement from Srimad Bhagavatam. Se bhava veshe prabhu pode aro shlok, se sab shloka artha nahi bujhe lok. In that ecstatic mood, Mahaprabhu recited many other verses, but people in general could not understand their meaning. Sarup Gosai jane na kohi artha tar, Shirupa Gosai koilo se artha prachar. The meaning of those verses was known to Srup Damodar Goswami, but he did not reveal it. However, Sri Rupa Goswami has broadcast the meaning. Sarup sange jararta kore asvadan nityamaje seshto koden patan. While dancing, Mahaprabhu began to recite the following verse, which he tasted in the association of Srup Damodar Goswami. And this is from Bhagavatam. Ahushcha tena lina nava padara vindam, yogeshwade hridhi vichincha magada bodhai, samsara kupa patito tadanava lambam, geham jusham api manasudiyat sadana. The gopis spoke thus: Dear Lord, whose navel is just like a lotus flower, your lotus feet are the only shelter for those who have fallen into the deep well of material existence. Your feet are worshipped and meditated upon by great mystic yogis and highly learned philosophers. We wish that these lotus feet may also be awakened within our hearts, although we are only ordinary persons engaged in household affairs. So this verse, it is on one level, it is a humble expression. You know, they're saying, oh, there are such great qualified persons who are mystic yogis, philosophers. They're approaching you, aspiring to become free from material existence. We ourselves, we are just humble household ladies. We are living a very simple village life. And we only want to have a family relationship with you. We wish to have a heart connection with you. So on one level, it's a humble expression. But there's a deeper layer of meaning here where they're actually chiding Krishna. They're saying, we have no interest in either advancement within this world, nor from becoming free from this world. We're not interested in using you for material gain, nor are we interested in some type of abstract and remote relationship with you that is based upon gyan, upon dry knowledge. We want a direct, loving relationship with you. So on this deeper level, there's some chastisement there towards Krishna. And so Mahaprabhu, in these following verses, he's expressing this frustration with Krishna. And another point is that Krishna, on at least 2 occasions, he tried to console the gopis with dry, very dry advice. When he sent Uddhava to Vrindavan, and then again meeting them at Kurukshetra, like along the lines of, just meditate upon me and you will come to me, And they're like, try to see me and everything. And they're like, our problem is we can't stop thinking about you. It's not that we have to try to remember you. We can't stop. That's our issue. Very condescending advice and dry advice. So we can hear these verses. Ande hridoy man morman vrindavan vane vane ka kori jani taha tomar padadwai koroho jadi udhoy tobe tomar purna kripamani. Speaking in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu said, for most people the mind and heart are one, but because my mind is never separated from Vrindavan, I consider my mind and Vrindavan to be one. My mind is already Vrindavan, but since you like Vrindavan, will you please place your lotus feet there? I would deem that your full mercy. Prananat chunamor satya nivedan, Braja mar sadan tahato mar sangam, na paile na dohe jivan. My dear Lord, kindly hear my true submission. My home is Vrindavan, and I wish your association there. But if I do not get it, then it will be very difficult for me to keep my life. Porve udava dvade be saksharamade, yoga gyane kohila upaye, tumi vidagda kripa moe, janaho amar hridoy, more aiche kohi tena jujai. My dear Krishna, formerly when you were staying in Mathura, you sent Uddhava to teach me speculative knowledge and mystic yoga. Now you yourself are speaking the same thing, but my mind doesn't accept it. There is no place in my mind for Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga. Although you know me very well, you are still instructing me in Jnana Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. It is not right for you to do so. Chittakadi toma hoite vishoye chahila gaite, jatna kodi nadi kadi bade tade jan shikka koroho. Loka hasaya mar stana na koro vichare. Mahaprabhu continued, I would like to withdraw my consciousness from you and engage it in material activities, but even though I try, I cannot do so. I am naturally inclined to you only. Your instructions for me to meditate on you are therefore simply ludicrous. In this way you are killing me. It is not very good for you to think of me as a candidate for your instructions. Nahe gopi yogeshwar pada kamal tomar jan kodi paibe santosh tomar vakya paripati tar majye kuti nati shuni gopi harobade rosh. The gopis are not like the mystic yogis. They will never be satisfied simply by meditating on your lotus feet and imitating the so-called yogis. Teaching the gopis about meditation is another kind of duplicity. When they are instructed to undergo mystic yoga practice, they are not at all satisfied. On the contrary, they become more and more angry with you. Deho Smriti, and we can just add, these verses were very dear to Srila Gurudev, and he would he could just recite all of these verses very spontaneously. Deho smriti nahi jar, samsar kupa kahatar, taha hoite na chohe udhar, viraha samudra jale, viraha samudra jale, kam timingile gile, gopi gane neho tar par, deho smriti nahi jar, samsar kupa tahatar, kahatar, the deho smriti nahi jar. This verse from Bhagavatam, which was quoted at the beginning of this part, the material existence is compared to a well, samsara kupa. So for persons who are drowning in this well, this blind well, or drowning is the wrong word, but persons who are stuck in this blind well of material existence, you are like the rope that they take hold of. You are the savior of such persons. But Mahaprabhu was pointing out here, for the Braja Gopis, they deho smriti nahi jar. They don't even have consciousness of their own bodies. Where is the question of them needing, wanting help to become freed from material existence? They're not even aware of their bodies. There's no question of them having consciousness of the material world in the first place. So how could they possibly need, rescuing from material existence? They are only engaged in Krishna smriti, Krishna consciousness. They have no deho smriti. They have no bodily consciousness, no material consciousness. So where is the well of material existence for one who doesn't even have consciousness of their own body? How can you give such, condescending advice? Mahaprabhu continued, the gopis have fallen into the great ocean of separation and are being devoured by the timingala fish of their ambition to serve you. The gopis are to be delivered from the mouths of these timingala fish, for they are pure devotees. Since they have no material conception of life, why should they aspire for liberation? The gopis do not want that liberation desired by yogis and jnanis, for they are already liberated from the ocean of material existence. Vrindavan, Govardhan, Jamuna, Pulinavan, Se kunjera sadika lila, Se brajer brajajan, Mata pita bandhugan, Bodo chicha ke mone pasadila. Very beautiful verse. Vrindavan, Govardhan, Jamuna, Pulinavan, Se kunjera sadika lila, Se brajer brajajan, Mata pita bandhugan, Bodo chicha ke mone pasadila. It is amazing that you have forgotten the land of Vrindavan. And how is it that you have forgotten your father, mother, and friends? How have you forgotten Govardhan Hill, the bank of the Jamuna, and the forest where you enjoyed the Rasa Leela dance? Vidagda mridu sadgun sushil snigda kadun, tumi tomar nahi doshabas, tobe je tomar man, nahi smade brajajan, se amado daiva vilas. So this is one of the characteristics of divine madness and love, that there is this shifting of emotion. So in these verses we've heard, there's chastisement to Krishna for his lack of consideration. And now the mood is shifting. Actually I am at fault. You are not to blame. All fault is on my side. It is my misfortune. Krishna, you are certainly a refined gentleman with all good qualities. You are well behaved, soft-hearted and merciful. I know that there is not even a tinge of fault to be found in you. Yet your mind does not even remember the inhabitants of Vrindavan. This is only my misfortune and nothing else. Nagani apanduk deki brajeshwadi muk braja jane hoy hridoy vidade kibamar brajabasi kiba jiao braje hasi keno jiao duka sahai bade. This verse Gurudev he particularly appreciated. It's a very, very heart-rending expression. I do not care for my personal unhappiness, but when I see the face of Mother Jashoda, I do not care for my own unhappiness, but when I see the morose face of Mother Jashoda and the hearts of all the inhabitants of Vrindavan breaking because of you, I wonder whether you want to kill them all. Or do you want to enliven them by coming there? Why are you simply keeping them alive in a state of suffering? Because Krishna, he's always saying, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. But then he doesn't come. So just be clear about it. Just if you're not going to come, just say you're not going to come and we can just die. But or do you actually want to come and save us? But why are you playing these games? Let it be over with, if it is to be, that you will leave us. Tomar jay anya vesh, anya sangha, anya desh, braja jane kabunahi bai, braja bhumi, chadite nade, tomanade kile made, braja jane ki hobe hupai. Tomar jay anya desh, tomar jay anya vesh. Anya vesh means other clothes. He's here in Kurukshetra in the dress of a prince, his royalty. They're saying, you're wearing other kinds of clothes. Anya Sangha, you have other kinds of friends around you, other companions. Anya Desh, you're from another land now, from another society, another country. Tomar jay anya vesh, anya sangha, anya desh, braja jane kabunahi bai, braja bhumi chadite nade, tomanade kile made, braja jane ki hobe hupai. The inhabitants of Vrindavan do not want you dressed like a prince, nor do they want you to associate with great warriors in a different country. They cannot leave the land of Vrindavan, and without your presence, they are all dying. What is their condition to be? So this is their dilemma, that they can't live without Krishna, but at the same time, they can't leave Vrindavan. So what are they to do? What will be their salvation? Tumi brajer jivan, braja rajer pranadhan, tumi brajer sakala sampan, vipardra tomarban, asi jiyao braja jan, brajer uday koroni japad. My dear Krishna, you are the life and soul of Vrindavan Dham. You are especially the life of Nanda Maharaj. You are the only opulence in the land of Vrindavan, and you are very merciful. Please come and let all the residents of Vrindavan live. Kindly keep your lotus feet again in Vrindavan. Shunyadari kavani braja premane hani bhave vyakulita dehoman braja loke prema shuni apanake rini mani kore Krishna tade ashvasan. After hearing Radharani's statements, Lord Krishna's love for the inhabitants of Vrindavan was evoked, and his body and mind became very much perturbed. After hearing of their love for him, he immediately thought himself to be always indebted to the residents of Vrindavan. Then Krishna began to pacify Srimati Radharani as follows. Pranapriya shuno mor satya vachan, toma sabar smarane, judamui rachi dine, mor dukha na jane konjan. My dearest Radharani, please hear me. I am speaking the truth. I cry day and night simply upon remembering all you inhabitants of Vrindavan. No one knows how unhappy this makes me. Brajavasi jata jan mata pita sakagan sabe hoy mor pranasam. Tar majje gopigam takshat mor jivan, tumi mor jivaner jivan. Krishna continued, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan Dham, my mother, father, cowherd boyfriends, and everything else are like my life and soul. And among all the inhabitants of Vrindavan, the gopis are my very life and soul. And among the gopis, you, Srimati Radharani, are the chief. Therefore, you are the very life of my life. Toma sabar premarase amake korilo vashe, Ami tomar adina keval, toma sabad charaya, amadur deshe loya, rakiache dordaiva prabal. My dear Srimati Radharani, I am always subservient to the loving affairs of all of you. I am under your control only. My separation from you and residence in distant places have occurred due to my strong misfortune. Priya priya sangahina, priya priya sangavina, nahi jiye satya praman. Mor dasha shone jabe, tare dasha hobe, e boye duhera ke pran. When a woman is separated from the man she loves, or a man is separated from his beloved woman, neither of them can live. It is a fact that they live only for each other. For if one dies and the other hears of it, he or she will die also. Se sati premavati premavan se pati viyoge je vanche priya hite. Nagane apanaduk vanche priya jana suk se dui mile achirate. Such a loving, chaste wife and loving husband desire all welfare for each other in separation and do not care for personal happiness. Desiring only each other's well-being, such a pair certainly meet again without delay. Rakite tomar jivan, seviyami narayan, tar shakte asiniti nite, tomasane krida kori niti jai jadu pori, taha tumi manohomo sporti. You are my most dear, and I know that in my absence you cannot live for a moment. Just to keep you living, I worship Lord Narayan. By his merciful potency, I come to Vrindavan every day to enjoy pastimes with you. I then return to Dwarka Dham. Thus you can always feel my presence there in Vrindavan. Mor bhagya movi shoye, tomar je prema hoye, se prema parama prabha. Lukaya mane sanga korai tomasane prakate ho anibe sadvar. Our love affair is more powerful because of my good fortune in receiving Narayan's grace. This allows me to come there unseen by others. I hope that very soon I will be visible to everyone. Jadave vipaka jata dushta kamsa paka tahami koilo sabakoi ache dui charijan tahamari vrindavan nailamami joniho nishchoy. I have already killed all the mischievous demons who are enemies of the Jadu dynasty, and I have also killed Kamsa and his allies. But there are 2 or 4 demons still living. I want to kill them, but after doing so, I shall very soon return to Vrindavan. Please know this for certain. Se shachu gan hoite braja janda kite Rahi Raja Udasina Hoya, Jebastri Putra Dane, Kore Raja Varane, Jadogane Santosh Lagia. I wish to protect the inhabitants of Vrindavan from the attacks of my enemies. That is why I remain in my kingdom. Otherwise, I am indifferent to my royal position. Whatever wives, sons, and wealth I maintain in the kingdom are only for the satisfaction of the Jadus. Tomar je prema gun, kore amakashan nanibe amadin dosh bishe. Punasi rindavane brajavadu tomasane, vilasi bo rajani divase. Your loving qualities always attract me to Vrindavan. Indeed, they will bring me back within 10 or 20 days. And when I return, I shall enjoy both day and night with you and all the damsels of Brajabhumi. Etatare kohi Krishna brajajaite sachishna eka shlok podi shunailo se shlok shuni radha kanjilo sakala bada Krishna prapte pratiti hoilo. While speaking to Radharani, Krishna became Krishna became very anxious to return to Vrindavan. He made her listen to a verse which banished all her difficulties and which assured her that she would again attain Krishna. Mayi bhaktir hi bhutanam amrita tvaya kalpate dishyaya asin matsneho bhavati nam madapana. Lord Krishna said, devotional service unto me is the only way to attain me. My dear gopis, whatever love and affection you have attained for me by good fortune is the only reason for my returning to you. Hey Sabata Prabhu Sarupera Sane Rachi Dine Gore Vasi Kore Asvadane. Mahaprabhu would sit in his room with Sri Damodar and taste the topics of these verses day and night. Jai Shri Ratha Yatra ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Shri Guru Garangadada ki Hari Jai ki Jai, all the assembled devotees, physical and virtual ki Jai, all the world devotees ki Jai, Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan Jai, Gaur Premanande. Turn.